Hello and welcome back. I hope to clear a few things up in this video. We'll get to that. It's 18 degrees here this morning and no frozen pipes. It's really not a problem when the RV is in use. And I have the thermostat on the furnace, set for like 72 degrees, so it's pretty comfortable in there. Plus I have a Mr. Buddy heater up towards the front part of the RV that I run that on low, and an electric heater when I'm plugged in at a park. Keep it on kind of medium, and that way the furnace doesn't have to work too hard. But altogether they keep it nice and toasty in there. I would never do that if the RV wasn't in use. 18 degrees and no heat inside. I mean, the whole RV is cold. So yeah, look at my breath. But when it's in use and nice and toasty inside, there's enough heat that just kind of goes everywhere, and no, it's fine. We're good. Yeah, if it was in storage, I would have winterized it. I wouldn't have taken that chance. It certainly would have froze some pipes, but we're good. This morning we're going to go ahead and head to the garage. I'm anxious to get there, get the van back to life, and by that I mean putting the house battery back in it and turning the solar panels back on, and having, that way the 12-volt refrigerator works, the TV works, and there's something else came power related that I'm anxious to try out, and it might be a game changer moving forward. Yeah, some of the things I want to clear up, we'll get to it. I don't think I've ever had to start Betty, my 32-year-old motorhome, have to start it up when it was this cold outside. I wonder how she'll do. All right, Betty, how you feeling on this cold morning? Hear the automatic steps come in. You ready? Yes, sirree, girl. I gotta tell you, Betty is she's been an awesome rig. So tell you, there's so many good old rigs still out there that some of them just need some love, that's all. Letting Betty warm up real good this morning, at least a good solid 15 minutes really to get warmed up nice, ready for the trip. Her awesome Chevrolet big block 454 engine should be ready to tackle this last leg of being out this season, across the country and back again. I'm always glad to get back to the garage. She gets to have a little bit of rest. Most people store their RVs in the winter time. I tend to store mine in the summer. Not stored, but it gets some use. But she gets to rest. That's kind of her rest period, and a time to catch up on any maintenance or repairs that might be due. So, but he's done good being out again this year. And it's gonna clear up a little bit more today. It's supposed to be sunny and warm up. This cold's moving out of the area. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be back up to 70. So anyway, we're gonna get rolling here. Well, here we go. Sadly, we have to leave Miss Coachman behind for a while. We'll be back, don't you worry. We'll be back for you. I was thinking that, boy, Betty sure seems cold-blooded, or maybe her bones are a little bit stiff this morning when it's this cold out. Then I realized we have to climb this big grade. It's a pretty big hill you got to come out, or mountain you got to come out, leaving the Altoona area towards going west on 22 towards Evansburg. The mountain here is the one that the world famous railroad engineering feat, the Horseshoe Curve, comes up around through these mountains, and then up through a couple of tunnels here in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania. And there's some twin tunnels there. And then up here, this is also the hill where the Allegheny Portage Railroad, which is a ton of history on that. I did make a video on it, I think, a couple years ago, and we might come out. It's interesting enough that I might come back out and do that again. revisit that at another time. But anyway, we got about an hour and a half to get back to the garage, so I'll check back in a bit. It is cleared up, blue sky and sunny, and we're up here on the mountain too, where you can see there's some snow over in the median strip and over on the hill. But all right, we're gonna get down the road here, and we're going downhill now. We're flying. Wow. Somebody remind me not to drive the Bounder when it's 18 degrees out. Probably colder when he's back there in the mountains. We're kind of coming down out now. Yeah, it's so cold. The furnace, oh yeah, I've been driving with left the furnace on, and it just runs continuous. And the heat from up here up front, the cab heat, it was never designed to heat all this area. So it's gotten, you know, and RVs aren't insulated particularly well, you know, not like a house. So at 18 degrees, you know, it gets cold in here. It gets cold, and that heat from the cab coming out from your feet, it hits that cold air. It just dissipates so quickly. It really does no good. And not to mention, when it's this cold out, the engine actually runs a little bit cooler than usual too. So it has gotten cold in here. Cold enough that these side windows have frozen up. Now, as soon as we stopped and it turned it towards the sun, now that has melted, but that was all frosty. And Bella's side probably still is. I can tell it is. It's you know, just the moisture from her and I up here breathing, you know, collects on this glass, and the glass is so cold that it actually freezes on the inside. I don't know why it doesn't on the windshield, but it doesn't. So we're gonna take a quick break here. I'm gonna turn the two Mr. Buddy heaters back on, you know, for 10 or 15 minutes, get it all warmed back up in here, because yeah, my feet are, and like, my feet are cold. I'm gonna get it all warmed back up in here. I'm gonna get warmed up, and then we're a little over halfway there. So, and then we'll continue on. Huh? Had to take her out for a break. She'll be good now. Next time she gets out of the RV, it'll be in that nice big yard. She don't know it yet. The timing of getting back here is important this morning, because as many of you know, the yard where I parked the Bounder at, now it's my buddy's place. I know there's a lot of new subscribers recently that don't know. It's my buddy's place. We have an arrangement. I park back at his place by the garage in the summer months. And the yard, and no, we're not putting gravel down or pavement or concrete, and that is a RV pad. It's a yard, and that's just the way it's going to be. But so it's important that, like right now, this time of year, and this morning, you know, we've had 2 cold days move in, and they're on their way back out. But this morning, they're cold enough where the ground is frozen. The ground is nice and solid and firm. I can back the Bounder back in there, just like I was pulling in a parking lot. You know, it's going to be good and firm. But this cold is moving out, and obviously it's sunny, and it's gonna start warming up this afternoon. You know, once it gets above freezing and the sun is beating on the yard, it will thaw out pretty quickly, actually. So the difference is me getting it over there and getting parked this morning rather than say late this afternoon can be the difference of just pulling right in easily, or be messing around in the slop and tires spinning, possibly kind of getting it stuck. So we're getting it back. So this timing is, I have the timing of this all in mind to get it in there, get it back, get it in there, and then, you know, it's springtime. The weather is really gonna pick up here as the weeks go on. Then it's just a drier time of the year. The yard dries up better, and then I can get it in and out no problem. But it's just this wet time of year, snow melting and spring rains, and it's a little bit softer, so I just have to be mindful of that. But we'll get her back there this morning. I almost forgot that I was going to clear a couple things up in this video. I guess some other things on my mind right now, being almost there. But one thing I do want to clear up is, I'll do at least this one for now, is, you know, the thing about me buying that old RV. You know, it's been a hobby of mine, and I might address this again in another video, because there's a couple of parts to this, but for now, it's always been a hobby of mine since we'll get into that later. I enjoy getting old, what I call once loved, things that are mechanical. They've been set aside, left go, but that are still salvageable, that are, you know, why was it parked? What was its issue to begin with? And how far, you know, evaluating it. Is this a good candidate? And getting it back in operational order again. You know, getting it back on the road or back in the field. I've done, you know, old tractors. The most recent example of that is my 1971 Ford Maverick. It's 51 years old. It went from sitting in somebody's backyard out in the weather, I don't know for how many years, had green stuff growing on it. Mechanically, it was in pretty bad shape. It needed a lot of things. So, you know, towed it back, you know, got that, towed it back, give it a good bath, and went through it mechanically, you know, got it running again. Put all new front suspension on it, brakes, tires, made it safe again and operational and dependable. And I enjoy it. You know, it's an antique now. So the fact that, which way are we going here? We're gonna go this way. And I get great satisfaction and enjoyment out of doing that. So people probably don't like to think of.
Continue for 3 miles.
Well, there are certainly some classic campers out there. I don't know if the 1987 Coachman kind of has that feel to it. I mean, it's old enough, age-wise, technically it is, but you know, when we think of classics, we think of like cool, you know, older stuff that has some kind of cool factor to it. And the Coachman does have some of that, certainly, but anyway, that's what I enjoy doing it. And you know, I get looks and comments and waves and stuff. Yeah, people even see the Bounder. You don't see a whole lot of these 1990 Bounders still out there getting her done. You know, rolling down the highway with the best of them. So, and here we've made it across the country and back 3 times. Yeah, I think we've done it 3 times in the Bounder. The first time was in a Tioga. That was a 87. No, it was an 88. And this is a 90. Now we're going back to 87 again. So, you know, obviously I like 30-year-old RVs, give or take a little bit. You know, I get satisfaction out of making them functional and dependable and using them. Like I say, rolling down the road with the best of them. You know, that's how I fly. Alright, I want to show you something up here where it's important to keep the Bounder in the tracks, because look here. Alright, see the snow? You get a little bit left or right in your lane and you hit those icy, snowy spots. Now here it's all cleared back up again. You know, we could go for a little spin, a little slide. Can you imagine that in the Bounder? Did I actually say that Bella will know when we're getting close? Well, dogs don't know that kind of stuff, right? Actually, she does. She's not one of them dogs that lay down and take a nap while we're driving. She is always paying attention. I mean, she's got them peepers are, you know, and in areas that we've traveled often, there have been too plenty, like in and out that road going back to the garage. She will there'll be a familiarity about it, and she'll absolutely know. She'll start prancing around and getting up on a dashboard, and she'll know. And she'll be happy to see my buddy Rob. she will be happy. And when we go, we're visiting other places. She knows. We get within makes a couple certain turns and through a neighborhood, going up a couple of blocks. She all of a sudden it just turns on. She knows where we're at. She knows. She's smart like that. She's always paying attention. If we're traveling, she's looking. That's my girl. That's my good girl Bella.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Pennsylvania 56 West, State Route 56.
Alright, we're within a couple of miles now, and we've been past enough local gas stations.
Slight right onto Pennsylvania 356 North.
It looks like it's pretty consistent. Looks like we got about $4.29 a gallon everywhere. I haven't seen it any higher, any lower. Probably 6 or 8 gas stations. It's $4.29 a gallon here.
Make a slight right onto Pennsylvania 356 North.
Oh well. Fingers crossed that gas starts coming back down pretty soon.
Pennsylvania 356.
We are getting very close. We're getting very close. She will certainly notice once the garage is in sight. She will, I absolutely know. And she'll recognize that white thing, that VAN. Yeah, she'll know exactly what door to go to. There's the van. I've missed that van. Where are we? Huh? Knocking a table over? Jeez, I know where we're. You want to go out in the yard? We got straight to the van. Straight to the van. Huh? I'll have to get the keys. This way. Get over here. Come on. It could be open. No, maybe this one. What? This way. The van? Our van. Our van. Come on, outside. Huh? Our van. Look, the yard. Look. Where's them bad deer? Where's those bad deer? Huh? This way. This way. Where's those bad deer? Huh? Where's your buddy? Where's them bad rabbits? Where's them bad rabbits? Huh? Where's them bad rabbits? It'll be time to mow soon. Oh yeah. So first thing, she goes over in the field to go to the bathroom. All this, 3 acres here, all this yard. She will not go in. She will not go in the yard. Any place that is mowed, if she has the option, she'll absolutely go out into the weeds, into the woods. She's really good about that. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and I want to move it out of the way and get the Bounder parked. But I want to do look at the icicles. Get them on the exhaust pipe. Ran down the side. Look. I'm gonna go ahead and let it warm up real good because we are going to be using it later today. Come on, girl. Go. Wow, I hit the spot just about right. It's about where it was last year. It's about 3 feet from the garage. Actually, it's pretty close. It's a good thing I got it here when I did, because this ground is not near. I mean, at least it wasn't muddy and slippy, but it was still soft enough. Left some pretty good imprints in the grass. Yeah, because it gets soft again like really quick. The sun's been on it. Huh. I'm gonna have to get the little tractor out and run down them high spots. That's where she's gonna sit for a while. I'll have to get her leveled in a little bit. Come on, Bella. Bella, come on. Come on. Back to the van. All right. All right. Well, looks like the air conditioner cover stayed on good all winter. Hello again, van. All right. Hey, my motorcycle. Or my motorcycle. Yahoo! Wonder how it's doing. Wonder if it'll start on this cold morning, sitting all winter. Huh? How you doing, motorcycle? All right. Let's see if I can do this here. On. Neutral. Oh. Nah. She's gonna need a battery charger put on it. Wow. All right. We'll come back later. Fella, my motorcycle's all sad. Look at my motorcycle sad. Wow. Are you kidding me? What a rude reminder of why I leave this place in the wintertime. The cold's just... I just out handling some blocks, pieces of wood to put under a couple of the hydraulic jacks because we're kind of in an extreme. Just being out there handling that. That's what gloves are for, right? Wow, it doesn't take long when it's this cold out to get all numb. Wow. No wonder I leave this place. That's alright, it's gonna be like 70 tomorrow. Alrighty then, I got plenty to do. I got plenty to get started on. And we'll start that on the next video, start with putting the house battery back in the van, flipping a switch, turning the solar back on, and making sure everything comes on and it's working okay, and we'll get the van ready for, I don't know, but we got lots to do, okay? Start it in the next video. I'll see you next time.